it definitely helps out when they get attention, and you don't want you don't want that blatant disregard of your ballsinis. But this women, imagine if you will that our shaft is the clitoris, and the sac would be like the outer labes. You know what I'm saying?
Surrounding tissue.
It's not like you don't want attention going there, but you really want the focus to be
where it belongs.
Yeah, where it belongs, on the bean. Gabe?
Mind the stepchildren. Yes, right? From old school.
Gabe? Gabe?
Anderson, do you have the Violent J commentary about testicles and how they should be handled from Insane Clown Posse?
I raised that last week.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I got sick of it.
Seriously?
You can caress the balls, you can gently pet them, you can stroke them, you can juggle them from side to side to side, but don't punch the balls!
Violent J.
I like how you hear the girl saying, okay.
Okay, if you say so, Jay.
Was there a moment? I had a question for you guys. By the way, Dexter and Noodles from the Offspring are in the house tonight. The way your career kind of panned out, you started off early on in Huntington Beach, say, what, 83, 84-ish?
84, yeah.
And you really didn't see the overwhelming commercial success till the early 90s. And when it hit hard. I mean, it was almost this overnight phenomenon.
It was a 10-year overnight success, yeah.
Was it hard for you guys to transition? I mean, because it must have been a really weird lifestyle shift. Not necessarily in how you live your life, but just, from being a guy in your Dickies walking around HB drinking 40s to the next thing you know, you're a giant super, punk rock star.
Yeah, it was a little weird. We didn't really change who we were that much.
Right.
And, I think that's, like we said, we've been in a band for 10 years. We knew how we worked well together, and we didn't change much like that. There's one story, too, where kind of tells you how things did change. Is I was a janitor, and I worked at an elementary school. And every morning I would sweep up out in front of the school, and there was a bus stop for the high school kids there, and there's high school kids walking by. We have a video on MTV, and these kids are watching me sweep up the sidewalk because I told my boss I'd finish the school year out before I left on tour.
That was nice of you.
So, yeah.
I like that. I'm very impressed that you're so committed to your job. But the more shocking thing to me is that there is a non-Mexican janitor somewhere in Southern California. Like that.
Don't worry. Well, it was government work. It was government work.
He still used the yellow sandwich board that said Piso Mojado.
Oh yeah, for sure. He knew 15 Rudies at the.
Actually, it said it on the mop bucket.
The Orange County School District. All the guys that worked with him were like, "Hey man, I love the Offspring. That's dope. That's dope. You got some hits under your belt now, man. You're gonna make it. Don't forget about us. Now that you're a big rock star, fool."
That was the neighborhood I worked in. That was it right there.
That was it. Melissa.
You made me feel like I was at home again, Mike. Thank you.
I'll bring Rudy in. He'll
Okay,
Melissa.
Rudy will love these guys.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a question. Oh, first of all, actually, I would love to say that Offspring has been my favorite band since I was, extremely young. So it's awesome to be on with you guys.
Cool, thank you.
Of course. I have been dating my boyfriend for a year and a half, and he and I get along really, really well. But there are some times when he gets kind of violent with me, not terribly violent where it's, scary or anything, but he pushes it a bit much, and I'll say, it'll be when we're play fighting or whatever, and it's kind of worrying me, where this anger is coming from or whatever it may be. So I was wondering what this could be, possibly.
We'd have to talk to him, my dear. I mean, how do we know? All you're telling us is that he becomes aggressive when you're goofing around. Jeez, who knows?
Yeah.
And it's really, it's a fine line between he's just goofing around, doesn't know his own strength, and really serious behavior,
He may just be goofing around.
Yeah.
And you better put him on notice, though. He may not understand how it affects you.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I tell him to stop, and he won't, he keeps going.
No. It's stopping when you're in the midst of that is not what I'm talking about. I'm saying, look, you're freaking me out. Not when you're in the middle of it beforehand, so he's not in that sort of play mode. He's listening to you and say, you're traumatizing me. It's not turning me on. It's not fun. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Good luck with that.
Lonnie?
Yeah.
What's up, dude? You're in Phoenix?
Yes, I am.
Sick. You're on with the Offspring. What's happening?
All right. Well, I'm going on my 3-year anniversary with my wife, and in the last 6 months to a year, I noticed that whenever I try to take care of myself by myself, when I get to the point of ejaculation, it's really painful. It's almost like it's like fire or something. But whenever my wife obliges me, it's never painful.
That's the Lord telling you.
It's God. God's mad at you. That's what I was going to say. God's mad at you for stepping out on your wife with your hand. So by fire, you mean at the tip there it burns?
No, well, like it burns basically all down. Like you get that good sensation when it's coming out and everything. Well, basically it's the opposite. It burns the whole thing. Like,
But it's the fluid coming out burns in the urethra.
yeah, and all down my.
Just listen, Lon. We're not there experiencing this with you, so it's not like it's an abdominal cramp or a pain in the testicles or in the penis itself. It's the urethra, the tube down which the fluid is moving.
Yeah.
Okay. You're damaging. You're irritating that. You're being too vigorous, too hard.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
and maybe whatever you're using, whatever lubricant is getting in there a bit too.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. And you causing
All
some.
right,
It's
that
prostate.
works.
It's not too great for you either. If it inflames your prostate stuff, not so great.
Yeah. Can I ask you one other thing real quick?
Yeah, sure.
My wife had HPV and was treated for it and everything. What kind of things would I have to look forward to because of that?
You have it, and you may get some warts. Did she have warts?
No, she had to get her cervix frozen.
Yeah. So you have it too, and you guys are together, so it's not as though you're going to be transmitting it to other people. For you, it can cause, HPV has been associated with cancers of the head and neck and of the anus. There we are. As well as the penis. You might want to talk to your doctor about getting the HPV vaccine, though I doubt they would give it to you. It's just one of them things. Probably not going to do anything to you, in fact.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, that works. Thanks much, guys.
John,
Yeah.
what's up, dude?
See, I have a question.
Yes, you do.
Like, when I'm masturbating by myself, nobody's home, I want to know if it's normal that my armpits sweat, like, a lot.
Are you normally a sweaty guy? Like when you exercise, do you sweat?
No, I don't really exercise.
If he did exercise. This is
Yeah.
the only time he does anything vigorous. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I'm doing something vigorous. This water comes out of under my arms. What is that? That's what happens every John when it's called breaking a sweat when you're doing something vigorous.
How often do you, like when you beat off, how long does it last?
10, 15 minutes.
Oh, well, wow. That's a pretty impressive sesh. It's no wonder you sweat.
Hey John, I'm more concerned that you don't exercise. You might want to take a little jog around the block once in a while.
I mean, yeah,
walk.
John,
Good point.
if it's tiring for you, if you break a sweat beating off
I
at
think
17,
It's a problem.
You should explain those leg lifts to him that we were
He
talking
might
about
enjoy
earlier.
that.
Yeah.
John, are you fat?
10, 15
No,
minutes of leg lifts might help.
I'm 6'2" and I weigh
Kegels?
197.
It's good.
All right. Well, so you're a big guy, but I don't think it's that crazy. But you should probably get better exercise than beating off.
All right.
All right, dude.
Shocking. How dare you say something like that?
Question for the band coming from Bakersfield. What's up, John?
Hey, what's going on?
You have a question for Dexter Noodles?
Yeah, I actually do. Back when I was 14, so this was maybe 8 years ago, I was at their concert here at Scrambley Park, and there was a band called TSOL that had opened up for the Offspring.
That's right.
Yeah.
They actually pulled me up on stage, and I got to drum for them. And I was just wondering if they probably, maybe not, but if they remember who I am possibly.
They were just asking about you the other day.
right, they were.
You know, yeah.
So where's that John from
we went and saw Ron Emery, the guitar player. He did a solo thing the other day, and he was just asking about you. So
He was. It was really,
Wow,
really weird.
that's strange.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm planning on going to see them at the Mid-State Fair. I'm going to try to make it over there.
You should. TSOL is one of the biggest influences that we've ever had. We loved them growing up. They were local Orange County punk rock band. A little more artistic than just the fast, heavy thrash stuff. They had a lot going on. Really great musicians, and we love
Jack
them.
is one of the funniest guys I've ever met, too. That dude
Yeah,
is
he,
hilarious.
he was really great. I remember.
John, I think you
hanging out
probably lose
with him.
tickets for you at all of their concerts at the front, so you probably just comp.
The cool thing about TSOL, in my opinion, hey John, thank you for the call, dude.
Oh, thanks a lot, guys.
How would you, John?
The cool thing about TSOL, especially out of all the Orange County punk bands, is that they really had a way of like influencing hard rock bands too. You know what I'm saying? They could bleed over and transcend other like.
Well, they've turned into a